You know, there's something I've been thinking about lately. Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, where did my energy go? Like, just a few years ago, you could tackle the day head-on, gardening, visiting friends, maybe even chasing after the grandkids. But now, some days it feels like your battery's running low by lunchtime. And maybe you've brushed it off, thinking, well, that's just part of getting older. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? Friends, aging is a natural part of life, but sometimes our bodies start sending us signals that they're aging faster than they should. The good news: many of these signs aren't set in stone. In fact, with a few tweaks to our daily habits, we can slow things down and even reverse some of those changes. That's what we're diving into today: 5 signs your body is aging faster than it should, and how to reverse it. Now, I want you to think of this as a chat between friends. No complicated jargon, no scary medical terms, just real, practical advice you can start using today. Let's begin with the first sign, something so common we often overlook it. Sign number 1. Your energy crashes midday, like clockwork. You used to breeze through your to-do list, but these days, by 2 p.m., you're eyeing the couch like it's your lifeline. Sound familiar? Here's the thing: while it's normal to slow down a bit as we age, constant fatigue isn't a given. One big culprit: dehydration. As we get older, our sense of thirst dulls. We might not feel parched, but our cells are quietly begging for water. Dehydration zips your energy faster than you'd think. So here's a simple fix: start your day with a glass of water, before coffee or tea. Keep a bottle nearby, and sip throughout the day. You'll be amazed how much sharper you feel. Another energy thief: poor sleep. Now, I know, sleep changes as we age. But if you're waking up tired every morning, it's worth looking into. Try dimming the lights an hour before bed, or swap that evening news show for a calming book. And here's a tip you might not expect: check your vitamin B12 levels. Many of us over 60 don't absorb it as well, and a deficiency can leave you dragging. A quick blood test with your doctor can sort that out. Small changes, right? But they add up. Now, let's talk about something else you might be noticing. Sign number 2. Your joints feel stiffer than a rusty hinge. Getting up from your favorite chair shouldn't feel like a marathon. But if your knees creak, your hips ache, or your hands feel stiff, it's not just old age. It's your body asking for a little TLC. Here's the secret: motion is lotion. I'm not talking about running a 5K. Even 5 minutes of gentle stretching each morning can work wonders. Try circling your ankles while you're sipping your tea, or slowly raising your arms overhead like you're reaching for the sky. And here's a game changer: omega-3 fatty acids. Foods like walnuts, flax seeds, or fatty fish, if you enjoy it, can calm inflammation in those joints. Now, let me tell you about my neighbor, Margaret. She's 72 and swore her gardening days were over because of her stiff hands. Then she started soaking in a warm Epsom salt bath twice a week and adding a handful of spinach to her omelets. Magnesium and antioxidants, you see. Within a month, she was back to planting her roses. Friends, these aren't miracles, they're choices. And the best part: it's never too late to start. Now, I know what you might be thinking: what if I've already let this go too long? Let me stop you right there. Your body is incredibly resilient. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, those cells are listening, waiting for you to give them what they need. Now that we've covered these first 2 signs, let's keep moving forward. Because the next ones might surprise you, and the solutions are simpler than you think. You know, sometimes it's the little things that catch us off guard, isn't it? Like walking into a room and, poof, forgetting why you're there. Or maybe you've noticed it takes a bit longer these days to recall a neighbor's name or where you left your reading glasses. We laugh it off. Oh, that's just senior moments. But what if I told you your brain is trying to tell you something? Let's talk about sign number 3. Your memory feels like a fading photo album. Now, occasional forgetfulness? That's normal. But if you're regularly struggling to remember conversations, appointments, or even recipes you've made for years, it's worth paying attention to. Here's the thing. Your brain is a muscle, and just like your legs need walking, your brain needs exercise. But it's not about Sudoku puzzles, unless you love those. The real secret: novelty. Your brain thrives on new experiences. Take my friend, Carl. At 68, he decided to learn Italian, not because he needed to, but because he wanted to. Now, he practices for 10 minutes a day with an app, and he swears it's sharper than his grandkids' wit. You don't have to learn a language, though. Try a new route on your walk, switch up your grocery list, or even brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. It sounds silly, but it wakes up those neural pathways. And here's something we often overlook: loneliness ages the brain. A Harvard study found that seniors who stay socially active have a 70% lower risk of cognitive decline. So call up an old friend, join a book club, or volunteer at the library, even once a week. Your brain will thank you. Now, let's not forget about food. Those omega-3s we talked about for your joints? They're brain fuel, too. A handful of walnuts a day, or a serving of salmon if you enjoy it, can make a difference. And don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. That's when your brain cleans house, so to speak. Now, let's move to something you might not connect with aging at all. Sign number 4. You're taking longer to bounce back from life's little knocks. Remember when a scraped knee healed in a week? Or a cold didn't linger for months? If you've noticed that bruises take forever to fade, cuts stay red and tender, or a simple cold turns into a marathon, your body's repair system might need a tune-up. Here's the good news. You can boost your resilience. First, let's talk protein. As we age, we need more of it to repair cells, not less. Aim for a palm-sized portion with every meal. Eggs, beans, Greek yogurt, even a spoonful of peanut butter on toast. And if meat's hard to chew, try slow-cooked stews or soft lentils. Next up, vitamin C. No, it's not just for colds. It's essential for skin repair and immunity. But instead of supplements, think color. A bell pepper sliced into your salad, a kiwi with breakfast, or a squeeze of lemon in your water. Simple, right? And here's a biggie: stress. Chronic stress pumps your body full of cortisol, which slows healing. Now, I'm not saying you need to meditate on a mountaintop, though wouldn't that be nice? Try this. Sit by a window for 5 minutes a day and just breathe. Watch the birds, notice the clouds, let your shoulders drop. It's like a reset button for your nervous system. Let me share a story. My cousin, Elaine, had a hip replacement at 75. Her doctor warned her recovery might take months. But Elaine started adding a hard-boiled egg to her breakfast and a walk around her kitchen island every hour. She was back to her water aerobics class in 6 weeks. "I'm no superhero," she told me. "I just gave my body what it needed." And that's the key, friends. Aging isn't a race. It's a conversation. Your body is whispering to you long before it shouts. The trick is learning to listen. Now, there's one last sign we need to talk about. Something so common, we often dismiss it as just part of life. But addressing it could be the missing piece to feeling like you again. You know, there's a saying I love: growing older is mandatory, but growing frail is optional. And that brings us to our final sign, one so subtle we often chalk it up to just how things are. Sign number 5. Everyday tasks start feeling like heavy lifting. Maybe it's harder to open a jar of pickles, or carrying groceries from the car leaves your arms trembling. You might think, well, I'm not as strong as I used to be, and leave it at that. But here's the truth. Losing strength isn't just about age, it's about use it or lose it. Muscle mass naturally declines as we get older, but we can slow it down and even rebuild. You don't need a gym membership or heavy weights. Start with soup cans, water bottles, or resistance bands. Try seated leg lifts while watching TV, or practice standing up from your chair 5 times in a row. It's not about bulk, it's about staying strong enough to keep doing what you love. And here's a tip. Pair strength exercises with protein. Your muscles need fuel to grow. Spread your protein intake throughout the day. A slice of turkey at lunch, a handful of almonds in the afternoon, a yogurt before bed. Oh, and let's not forget vitamin D. Many of us over 60 are deficient, and it's crucial for muscle health. A quick stroll in the sunshine or a chat with your doctor about supplements can make a world of difference. Take my buddy, Frank. At 78, he struggled to lift his grandbaby. His granddaughter joked, "Grandpa, you need to hit the gym." So he started lifting his cat, gently of course, while sitting in his recliner. Within weeks, he graduated to canned goods. No. He's back to hoisting his grandkids onto his shoulders. Turns out, he told me, my muscles were just napping. Friends, let's tie this all together. We've talked about fading energy, creaky joints, forgetfulness, slow healing, and losing strength, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you, you have more power here than you think. A glass of water, a stretch, a phone call to a friend, an extra bite of protein. These aren't chores. They're love letters to your body. Now, I want you to promise me something. The next time you feel that midday slump or catch yourself saying, "I'm just getting old," pause and ask, "What's my body trying to tell me?" Maybe it's thirsty. Maybe it's hungry for better fuel. Or maybe it's begging you to move in a way that feels good. Your journey isn't about chasing youth. It's about claiming the vitality that's still yours. And remember, you're not alone. Thousands of folks just like you are making these small changes and seeing big results. So why not you? Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips? Maybe you've discovered your own secret to feeling vibrant? Share it in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to take that first step. If this resonated with you, pass it along to a friend or family member. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more chats like this lined up. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to strong mornings, joyful afternoons, and peaceful evenings. Exactly the way they should be. Take good care of yourselves, friends. Until next time.